to Kids Kitchen number 2 here in Rockford, Illinois. I'm Emily, and this is Johanna and John.
J-O-H-N.
J-O-H-N and J-O-H-A-N-N-A. And today we are going to make
Chocolate chip apples and marzipan.
chocolate dipped apples and marzipan. Are you ready to make those things with me?
I was going to say marzipan and chocolate apples.
Okay, Johanna, what are we going to make today?
Marzipan and dipped apples.
Marzipan and dipped apples. Well, what do we have to do before we do that?
Wash your hands.
Wash our hands. Let's do it. Are you ready to start making? Yes? Okay, the first thing we have to do is open our bags. Now, if you're following along at home with one of our kits, you can hit pause at any time in this video if we're going too fast. Okay, so let's take everything out first.
And then we take those enemy.
Oh, that's a good plan. Okay, here you go. Johanna's got, now leave it there, we're just taking it out right now. Johanna's got confectioner's sugar. Nope. John has got almond flour and almond extract. Put it down by you. Put it down by you. Johanna's got an apple. These are the apples that we got today. That's okay. These are the apples that we got today from Curran's Orchard in Rockford. Here we go.
I already got it.
That's okay. We each get 2. There you go. And John, here, could you put these by you? Those are cashews. And we've got some corn syrup. And we've got some gold dust. And this is important. It says gold dust, wait to open. It's very special. We've got some chocolate.
Chips.
You don't like chocolate, do you?
Why don't I get
Oh, you'll get one. You'll get, in fact, you get the most important thing that we're doing next. Lollipop sticks. Okay, now, before we do anything else, what we're going to do, the lesson we're learning today is how to dip, baby, dip. And we're going to learn how to decorate. So before we decorate, we have to get...
5 of them.
Oh, you just have 4, sweetie.
1, 2,
3, 4. Very good. So, before we can dip...
2, 3, 4.
Good counting. So before we can do anything, we have to get our supplies ready to dip. And the first thing we're going to dip are the apples. So let's prepare them.
You know what, Mom?
What?
You watching us?
Who's watching this?
A girl from my class.
A girl from your class? Who?
Luna.
Luna? Hi, Luna. Nice. Thanks for following along. Okay, so our first thing we're going to do is take our lollipop sticks and we are going to put them in the top of our apples with the pointy end in. Now, if this is too hard for little hands, parents might have to help a little bit. You just have to stick them in far enough that they stick on the apple. How you doing? Look at you, Buster. All right, so put those down on your piece of parchment paper. All right, you want to do another one? What we like the most about going to Curran's Orchard is that it's close to our house and it's locally owned. Very nice. We like doing a lot of great things there. We like that they don't spray their apples. We like a lot of great stuff in town. We like a lot of little businesses. What's our favorite restaurant in town?
The Norwegian.
What's our real favorite restaurant in town?
Green
The Green Restaurant. Is that your favorite restaurant in town too?
I like this one.
You like this one? Well, the Green Restaurant's usually our favorite. That's the Olympic Tavern up the street. We like to support all of our favorite little guys right now. It's important, right? Okay.
I'm just apple.
Really great. Okay, put it down.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you could do better? Whew. Wow, that apple's not going anywhere. Okay, perfect. So now we have those to dip. Now we're going to make our marzipan to dip.
This is the shortest one.
It is the shortest one. What are we going to, oh, I'm sorry, sis. What are we going to What are we gonna dump in our marzipan first? Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Yes.
That's not a bad way to start. Johanna has the confectioner's sugar, so
Open it.
she's gonna open it. And John has almond flour. They're the same amount of stuff. I think you both have a cup and a half of, or no, 3/4 of a cup and a half. I forget what we put.
Do it.
Okay, you go ahead. There goes the confectioner's sugar. Do it. There goes the almond flour. Now, marzipan is delicious. So then next we have a little bit of almond extract in a tiny vial. Ooh. Do you want to dump this one in, John? And then Johanna's got corn syrup here. Almond extract in a tiny vial. Can you dump it all in there, please? And Johanna has corn syrup. Now, usually when you make marzipan, it's going to take a long time. Go ahead. Usually when you make marzipan, you would use an egg white, but for our sake, we are going to use corn syrup because I didn't know how to get egg whites to you guys at home. Marzipan, different cultures have different kinds of marzipan all over the world. Do you know what in Norway, what shape they make their marzipan into? Little pigs. I know. They have a version of marzipan in India and in Portugal, and I mean really all over the world, Latin cultures, everybody uses marzipan. Now, that we wait, that's the special gold dust that we save for later. Okay. You think that the chocolate spells John? Look at, she said the chocolate's got your name on it. Oh, that must mean it's yours. Okay, so hey guys, now this is the part we learned from last week, because I know you learned your mixing skills with your hands last week. We are going to do it again, but before we do, this is the trick to this one. You are going to add, I put a little ramekin full of water, just regular room temperature water, next to this, because you're going to need to add a little bit of water, but if you add too much water, it'll get too wet and we'll have to wait for it to dry. So let's do this together. I'm going to start with just 1 tablespoon of water. And now it's time to get, well, I'll tell you what, you can do the next one. Let's get your hands sticky. Get in there, sis. Get in there. Mush, mush, mush until it's all one glob. You want your marzipan to feel like Play-Doh, and I will say that 1 tablespoon was just enough for us. So probably if you followed at home with our kids, we're getting to that. So if you follow along with us at home, you can make these into any shape that you want. Some people, I think it's the Portuguese that do shapes of fruit. For us though, since we're going to coat ours in chocolate, maybe we can just make a couple little balls.
Open it.
Okay, we're going to make a couple little balls. Okay. So you want to break yours in half, or you want to make one giant one? One giant one? Okay, so I'm going to turn these into 2 little balls, and John's going to make 1 giant one, okay? That's how you make marzipan. We serve marzipan at the restaurant in our pastry case in the morning. Okay, now you put yours over there. Okay, and now... Oh, this is gonna get dangerous. Okay, so we are gonna... Now, okay, so now the last thing that we have to do is clean up this bowl. And I did forget earlier on to put these cashews on a plate. That's the last thing I need to do. So let me clean this up and I'll get those cashews on a plate, and then we'll start heating up our chocolate and dip, baby, dip, okay? Now we're going to learn how to heat up chocolate. There are 2 ways to heat up chocolate. There are 2 ways to heat up chocolate. One way to heat... She already has one in there. Stop. One way to heat up chocolate is to do it in the microwave. The other way to heat up chocolate is to do it in a double boiler. We're going to show you how to do both ways. Oh, thank you, Johanna. So I will just show you. You can put this in the microwave for 30 seconds.
Some of it.
Okay. We'll put this in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then if it's not quite melted enough, we'll do it for another 15 seconds. But I think it's important for you guys to learn how to use a double boiler because we're going to be using the oven next time. So we're gonna go heat that up in the microwave, but we're gonna have you guys come over here and see what it looks like to heat stuff up in a double boiler. So the double boiler is made by heating up water in a saucepan until it's boiling, just to like an inch at the bottom of a saucepan. And then you put a metal bowl, not a glass bowl because we don't want it to break. You put a metal bowl right on top of that saucepan. And you let it melt. Now I'm going to get a wooden spoon or a whisk to whisk that up. I think I'm going to get a whisk. And now, there we go. Okay, very gently. And it's very important that the kids don't touch the metal bowl on a double boiler because it gets hot. Okay, it's perfect. Ready? Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so now we have beautiful melted chocolate. Okay, now each kid take an apple and you're gonna roll it in the chocolate a little bit.
And you go first.
Try to get on the sides. Try to get on the sides. Good girl. And then you're gonna roll it in some cashews. Here, take it. You can do it, sis. Okay, do it by yourself. Just a little bit of cashews. Save some for John. Good. Here, Johanna, put that on back on our tray here. Good girl. Oops. Oops. That's okay. Here. Let's try to do the other one. The trick to rolling in the cashews is instead of making like a big pile of them, just let them roll over one time and then walk away and they'll stick on the outside. Okay. So now we did our apples. Now we're going to use the rest of our chocolate for our marzipan. At the restaurant, we shape our marzipan into half circles, but in this one we have little balls. They're just great. We're going to drop them right there into the... All right, and John can drop his big one. There you go. 1 second. Let me get a spoon. Okay. Now, I like to use 2 spoons to cover them in chocolate. I definitely want you to try because at Kids Kitchen, it's clear that the kids are in charge. Okay, so we just put our big chocolate marzipan in there. Johanna's gonna totally cover the other 2.
Why did she get to do 2 and I got to?
Because you chose to make a giant one instead of 2 littles. It's a good choice. It's just a choice. Okay, that one looks good, Johanna. Good. John? Hands up. Good job. Now let's flip it over. Flip it over. And we're going to put it, good. Let's put it right onto this. Now the last step. We're on to the last step. We rolled, baby, rolled. Well, dipped, baby, dipped. And now is time for the magic gold dust. Now, this is real gold dust. It actually, wait, I'm going to talk about it just really quickly. It doesn't do anything in your body. It doesn't give you any nutrients. And we would never usually have this here, but we had it here because our really good friend Mike Werkel, who has the West Side Showroom up the street, had an opening for his theater a little while back, and we gold dusted things to match his chandeliers. So let me tell you, but listen with ears first before we touch. If we touch it with our fingers, it'll stick to our fingers. The plan is, I'm not going to do it, you're going to do it, I'm just going to show you first, is to put it on its side like this and use your finger to tap, 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 and it comes out tap, tap, tap on top of there and turns them gold. John's gonna do his big one and then, okay, wait. John's gonna do his big one and then Johanna's gonna do her 2 little ones. So on this, use your other hand, take your other hand, and with one of them, you're gonna tap, tap, tap. Hold it with, there you go, and hold it like this, and one of them tap, tap, tap. Good job. Tap, 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 tap. Up, that's enough. Now save some for Johanna.
Now she's gonna use the last.
Well, we might see what we have left after she taps, taps, taps. Here, I'll hold it and you tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
That's good.
Tap, 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 tap. Fairy dust is so special. Here we go. Looks cool. Woo! Let's see if we can get a little more on everybody's, okay?
What about the apples?
We could put some on the apples. You want to make the apples a little gold too? You don't want to?
Well, I'm not gonna use it.
All right, John would prefer not to do that. Okay. We gold dusted our marzipan. Now
I
that's
want all of it.
you want to put.
I'm only gonna eat the apple.
All right. You dump the rest of this, sis, on whichever one you want.
Do you want a big one, please? Big one, no. I use a big one too.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay because you were already pretty good. Look at me. Look at me. You have 5 minutes left. Come on. Let's get through it. Okay, here we go. Can you blow on those and see if we can just lightly blow? Not too close. Far away. Spread that dust around. Ooh. Now we're going to wait for them to dry for a little bit. And when they're all dry, we are going to eat them. Now, we're going to tell you once again, if you've made enough to share with a friend, share with a friend, because we need to have some good sharing these days. So, this has been another Kids Kitchen. Next week, we're going to make lingonberry Pop-Tarts. And if you have some ideas of what you'd like to make at home and you want to send them to us, you can send them to rockfordnorwegian@gmail.com and let us know what we should make. On the 8th and final one, we are going to learn how to make Abelskiver, the circle pancake balls that we serve here at the Norwegian. In the meantime, we're going to keep keeping it real kids, real food, and we'll see you next time. Are we going to be able to do this today, Mark?